Fishing is a simple pleasure, really. One that makes us feel connected, makes us feel alive. And when your line tightens and your rod bends, it doesn't matter if you're a 6-year-old or a tournament pro. That buzz of excitement hits us all the same way. It's the moment we live for.
Give me some.
More than 50 years ago, we wanted to change the way people fish, moving off the shore.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to FishTec Live for a little quick visit or a quick look at the Nandoni chart. I hope you guys are all hanging in there after that terrible news about our 14-day extension here in South Africa. But yeah, let's just sit it out, and then we can have a bit more of a talk about that when it's all said and done. Guys, yes, those who were watching the show last week, I think it was last week. I did the show a week early, like I said. It was meant to be tonight, was meant to be the full show. And then I got to the Nandoni part of the chart, and my streaming software and the link to the, through my HDMI link froze. And yeah, I still don't know what caused it, but it's sorted out. It seems to be working. How are you guys doing? Anybody having any problems? Can you hear what I'm saying? Is the audio on? Test, test. Hello, hello. Yeah, no, I think it's there. Okay. Guys, like I said every time, let me just check if I'm recording in HD. Yes, I am. I will be putting this video up on YouTube a little bit later, so it will be on the record there. It will be in full HD 1080, so obviously it will be a lot clearer than what you are currently seeing on your devices at the moment. So guys, let's get into it. Let's pop that in there. We're gonna zoom this into there, and there we go. Okay guys, as you can see, right, let's see who's joined us. Michael Cannon, Thomas, Zane, Rowan, Yaku, Vion, Peter McLaughlin, Daniel McLaughlin. Jeez, Peter, as I read Peter, it obviously jumped up. Hello, Peter Christensen. Hello, Daniel. Sorry, man. Tom, Andrew, Rowan says, happy. Okay, everybody's happy. It's working lacquer. Cool. Okay, well, don't jinx it now, John. Let's hope we don't have any issues. Guys, as some of you know or don't know, Nandoni is up in Limpopo. It's way up there. From here, it's a 14-hour drive from my home. So it's a long ways to go. And I'm going to tell you why I'm saying that, because look, we don't know what's going to happen with the tournament series this year. It's probably all gone. It's all ruined. We don't know. Maybe they pull it back out of a hole somewhere, but we don't know. But at some point, I'm pretty sure there will be a major tournament at Nandoni. And let me tell you, if it's a schlep for the Durban guys to get there, for the Cape Town guys, oh my goodness. So if you've got something that you can pop into your unit at your boat sitting there in Cape Town and put it up in your big TV like I showed you guys, like you see here behind me here, you see there, no, that didn't do it. Yes, there, you see behind me, over there on the big TV. You can put it up in the big TV and you can study your charts from the comfort of your home, which is awesome. Okay, so by the time you get there, it's like you've been fishing the dam for 20 years. Done, dusted. That's how it works. Ed Allen, hello Ed, how are you doing? Welcome. Who else has joined us? Andrew's joined us. Francois Napol, Armand, Juju, Reichardt. Yeah, I've said hi to Ed. Hello Kevin, how are you doing? Ashut and Elizabeth Plotz from Lawrence, South Africa. Bismont Trading. There you go. Okay guys, we're up here, like I said, in Limpopo. We're going to zoom in here quick. And this is the standard Navionics background. We're going to flick that over to, we're going to use satellites. Like I said in my show last week, what I'm trying with this chart and with the Arabi chart, I've combined the contour data in with the satellite. So remember, if you're going to be looking for the contour data, it's not going to be there. You've got to go to satellite on this chart. And as you'll see, it's the whole dam, from the dam wall all the way down. It's quite a big dam, guys. This thing has got a massive shoreline, and I've got it all the way down to the end of the river here where I could go no further. And please keep in mind, this dam was done at 100%. It was full. It was actually just lapping over the solid wall of the dam wall there. So yes, from a contour perspective, everything is done. Let's have a look at, and let's just have a look at the quality of the chart. Do we have 1 foot contours? Yes, of course we have 1 foot contours. What a question. Chart options, we're going to put that on full, and you see all those extra contours pop in there. And remember, guys, this is actually surveyed data. So there we go. Let's see who else has joined us there. Antonio, hello Antonio. Jens, hello Jens, how are you doing? Jens says it's an unexpected live session, but hey, always up to it. Thanks, Jens. Yeah, no, keen, man. Hey, it's time for you to bring out another video. You were doing well there. I must get some tips from you. Awesome, man, and best of luck. And Carlo Gerardo has joined us. Hey, hello, Carlo. How are you doing? How's the old man? Okay, so this is where we I'm going to put this on low so that I'll take those 1 foot contours away. Remember, even if you do have your chart detail on low, you can still zoom in and they will appear as you zoom in very, very close. So just keep that in mind. Now, guys, the reason why I'm on this island area, I've actually put in 2 satellite charts. Okay, let's go to satellite. I wonder why they jumped over to that one, but anyway. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put land only. We're going to go full. Okay. There is on the satellite chart, that is the sort of satellite background that we've got. And remember, if you put your photo overlay from off, okay, which is just the contours, if you go to land only, you'll have the satellite imagery in the background outside of the contour area, which means land only, obviously, doink. And then you've got full, which will take the isobaths away, the colors, but it will leave the contours there. And if you zoom in, yes, they should pop up. The 1 foot there, your 1 foot contours pop up as well. Now, let's say the guys never had these charts before. Okay, and this is the normal satellite chart that I see most the guys are using. I want to tell you something about this satellite chart that is fantastic. It is incredibly accurate. I was driving up on these trees. You see these big nasty trees here? I was driving up on them to see how accurate is my satellite chart compared to actually on the water. And I can tell you, it is spot on, spot on. But guys, like I told you last week, don't play with these trees at Nandoni. They're not going to play with your boat or your gearbox. They're going to take that gearbox, that motor, right off the back of your boat. You can have one of those very quiet boats all of a sudden. You'll just be planing like that nicely, and it'll be so quiet and your engine will be gone. Just hopefully it doesn't jump in the boat with you. We've seen that happen in the States before. So yeah, these are not little Mickey Mouse branches. These are serious trees that will do serious harm. Now, back to this area. What's interesting here is look where these big trees are. They're actually in the channel. So let's go to there. We're in what? Remember, I haven't done any I haven't had to do any depth correction here because the dam was obviously at 100%. So with the dam being at 100%, those trees are in 39, 40 feet of water plus, okay? But this big flat section here, as you can see, is sitting on 18 feet, 17, 16. This area has got 16 feet where we are now, okay? Which you think, okay, that's fine. That's more than enough space. Why would I need this? I want to show you why you need it. If we go to, you'll see Satellite 2016. Okay, you see that there? I'm going to swipe that over so you can see the whole thing. Guys, I love this. We were very lucky. Unfortunately, it's not the whole dam. It's only part of the dam. So it's probably about 75% of the dam has got this. you'll see it cuts off there. Can you see there? That's where the satellite imagery changed again. But all this area is extremely low. I don't know what percentage the dam was down at this point, but it's very, very low. But look what I like about this, okay? Can you see what I'm seeing? Look at the stumps. Can you see those black stumps? Very, very nice indeed. Right, now let's talk about, okay, while we're on this island, let's say the water level does start to come down a bit, and you see, okay, the water has come down, has dropped for some other reason, lack of rain or whatever, and it drops by, let's say, 20 feet, for example. You do not, or even if it drops, let's say the worst case scenario, the most dangerous case scenario, let's say it drops by 16 feet, okay? These stumps here are going to be just underneath the water. If your water level comes down this dam by 16 feet, it's going to be the most lethal dam you can imagine, because those stumps are going to be right there, just waiting to gobble you up. However, if you are flying through this area, you come out of this, you know, from the dam wall area, wherever you've booked in your accommodation. There's quite a bit of accommodation around here. Just be careful of certain places, like I had to find out the hard way. Woo! Fishing villa. Stay away from that place. My goodness me. That was a hell of a mistake on my part. You're going to come through here. You can find there's a gap. You can head down there. Come through that gap there. You'll see there's plenty deep water there. We're going to come through here. And guess what? There's a little gap here. And I've actually named it on the chart as gap. And even if the dam is down by 20, 23 feet, 24 feet, I'd start getting nervous. Bang, you can fly through that gap there. And it's nice to have on your chart so that you're not forced to go all the way around the top area there. But if you do want to play it safe, yes, take it around the top, but be careful. It's got this little point here. Be careful of that little point. So this you have to watch out for. Okay, now I said to you I'm going to give you the bad news. The bad news is I went to the dam. Where my corona? Excuse me. I went to the dam. I was planning to be there for 6 nights. Second day on the water, well, that morning, we get told, well, that evening before, get told the country's shutting down, got to be home by Thursday. So I did what I could, as fast as I could, and I hopped in the car, loaded the boats and the Amy's, and I headed home. Unfortunately, here's the bad news. This whole island peninsula area and those other offshore points, and remember, Nandoni is extremely complex. It has got a crazy amount of offshore structure. It is absolutely wonderful. And I can tell you now, guys, when you start using these charts and you get used to these charts, the way you fished Nandoni before and you're going to fish it going forward, it's going to be a different kettle of fish, because you're going to know exactly what is there. Okay, so let's go to the UltraHF, and there's the bad news. I don't have time to do all those big points and all that offshore stuff, unfortunately. I just got a couple of passes along the edge here on both sides. Yes, it's still very good information. It's good stuff, you know. It really is good stuff that is going to make a difference. But one consolation is the river. The river is, I just have to do the center part of the river, but in most cases, let's just have a look at this quality here. Oh geez, you see, this is going to have to be redone completely. I forgot about this. What actually happened here was I connected the transducer on my Lawrence unit, because I was using the Lawrence unit for navigation. Obviously I was using the satellite, and I'd just done the software update, the 20.0 for this carbon that I've got here, And guess what happens when you say sonar off under 2D sonar? It says sonar off and the 2D stops scrolling, but guess what? The transducer does not stop pinging. And that pinging transferred onto my side scan unit. And I got all of this nonsense here. You see on the right hand side? But on the left hand side, it's fine. Because when I did this first pass on the left, I didn't have the transducer plug even plugged in. But I was doing something else and I needed it, and look what it did. It threw in all these little pings from the 200 kilohertz. So yes, you can still use it, but you've got to look past all these nasty little, look, stuff like that is, okay, well that side didn't have any of that rubbish. But unfortunately, I'm just very, very grateful that I didn't go and drive out most of the dam myself and get home and find this for the whole dam. I would have, okay, well, I wouldn't have had that problem, because obviously the Amy's don't have that problem. They only have the one unit on there. But yeah, just you guys that do use multiple units on your boats and you're running the Lawrences with that new version 20 update, be careful when you hit stop sonar, it doesn't stop pinging on the transducer. So yeah, little bit of bad news there, but the good news is, let's look at this area. Okay, it gets really busy here and you don't really know what's going on. Just go on to your satellite 2016. There we go. I know it's not the clarity of the drone and there's none of that 3D type imagery, but you can see that massive big rock outcrop there. And guys, these guys here, when this dam went low, these guys did a lot of sand mining. So there's a lot of these holes and pockets all over the place. Can you see it? Let's see, did the UltraHF, yeah, you can see the UltraHF picked it up as well. You see that? This is where they've been sand mining. But what's nice is you can flick over to this 2016. If your depth contours are in there as well. If you go to just your normal satellite view, there's your depth contours. Obviously keep in mind, if the dam is down by 12 feet, you're not going to get into this area. This whole area is going to be out of bounds. So if the dam's down by 12 feet, okay, that's as far as you're going to get. That's it. That's going to be the end of the honeymoon. So yeah, guys, that you're going to have to watch out for. But please, so the secret is, when you're flying through this area and you're driving, flick over to satellite 2016, go to your chart options, and don't use land only. No, fool. Why is it not changing? Oh no, you can on this one. No, but that doesn't make sense. Anyway, it's obviously there's a little glitch there somewhere. I don't know why it's not putting the contours on top here. Let's just see if we go back to satellite. Okay, there it is there. Go back. Ah, okay. Now it's working. Okay, so if you're coming through this area, this river area, I don't recommend you use the satellite view. I strongly recommend you use the satellite 2016, so you can see exactly where these sandbars are and what have you. There's not too much rock in this river area, but where there is rock, there's some nasty rock. But this satellite is low enough for you to actually see it, guys. And then of course, you know, an area like that, if you're using normal satellite, it's going to look fine to you. You're going to think, oh, that's fine, I can go flying through there. But as you can see, if you switch over to satellite 2016, there's all sorts of little bits and pieces here that can cause some nonsense. So just watch out for that. I wonder if UltraHF, yeah, you just caught the edge of that. So yeah, there's the rocks there. You see, nasty stuff, that nasty stuff. So you're definitely going to need your satellite 2016 when you come up this river section. And believe you me, you're also going to find some nice fish here. So yeah, let me just see who else. Louis Kruger, Jan, John Minnie's joined. Hello, John. Adil, Mick has joined us. Jacques van Aas, Benoit, Vout, Janne, Danvier, Jan Karl Oosthuizen. Hello, Jan Karl. Dion, Francesco Licuri. Hey, how's it, guys? Thanks for joining me. Okay, so I don't think there's much more to show you other than what you've got here. But let me just have a look. Yeah, I think that's there's another good example of some interesting stuff. Whereas if we just had the old satellite, you wouldn't have seen it. But hang on, yeah, you see, I nearly forgot. I told you earlier about how accurate the trees are in this area. Guys, when you do come into this area and the dam is quite full, then I recommend also popping in and just having a look at the satellite view, because a lot of these trees that you see here, I can tell you this one here, that one there has been cut, okay, and it's just underneath the surface. You won't see it. So keep an eye on your satellite chart like this when you go into these areas, and where you see white dots like this, you know, representing the trees, beware. You can see the bigger ones. There's these little dots here. The average bass boat's going to handle that. But these bigger ones, when you see these slightly stronger dots like that, be careful. These things are nasty. I wonder if the side scan, yes, the side scan got that. Okay. Whew, there's a big tree. But that would have been sticking out of the water anyway. You see, there we go. That's it. Okay, let me switch this over here. Merge. There we go. Okay, so guys, as you can see, that's all there is on the Nandoni chart. Now, the predicament is this. What do I sell the chart for? There's a lot of work that still needs to be done there. So to charge the full 3,400 Rand and all the wonderful side scan mosaic, look, there's some side scan mosaic there, but as you and I have seen it now, yeah, not so great. Yes, it's usable, but that's not what FishTec HD fishing chart stands for. There was obviously issues. I was rushing, I was under pressure on that second day, and yeah, that's the result of not being able to focus on the task at hand. So what we've decided to do is you're going to have two options on this chart. I know all my FishTec charts, you can buy them and then get the updates later. You've got two choices. Pay the 3,400 Rand and you get all the free updates going forward. Alternatively, if you think, no, this satellite imagery and the contours as it is good enough, we're going to sell that at 2,500 Rand. Here's the snag though. It's not updatable. It's not going to be an updatable chart. If you do want to update to the full one with the UltraHF, when that gets done, as soon as they let us out of the cages here and you see me jump over the fence like that dog on my Facebook page, then I'll go and do that. And what you can do then is you can pay in that 900 Rand plus 100 Rand for the courier. So call it 1,000 Rand. You're going to pay 1,000 Rand at a later stage to upgrade the chart to an upgradable FishTec HD chart, in case we ever need to do something back there ever again. Like if it goes very low and we manage to get in there with the drone, for example, you know, then there would be an update. If that dam goes down to, let's say, 30-40%, I'd love to go there with the drone and go and record it with the drone and then add your aerial HD and your elevation 3D, which is like your multi-beam looking, it's a 3D high definition contour chart. So those are the options that we have. So give Colleen a buzz and tell her which chart you want. Either you want the 2,500 Rand chart or you want the full 3,400 Rand chart, which as soon as it's the update is available, we will let you guys know on Facebook and email. And yeah, then you can just update it right then and there. Guys, if there aren't any more questions, that is it. I don't have anything else for you. Guys, look after yourselves. Yeah, we were meant to be out in what, 2 days time, but now it's 16 days time. Yeah, let's just hope sanity prevails and some foil head doesn't get the bright idea to extend it further and ruin our beautiful country completely, because then we will really be buggered properly. But I think the whole world will be buggered. So yeah, I think there's a time where you need to make a decision on something as big and terrible as what we've been through right now. But I say let's get back to work. Anyway, everybody, have a good evening. Look after yourselves. Don't go and play with the crazy people outside. And I'll see you next month, FishTec Live. That'll be season 4, episode 5. Good evening, everybody.